Paris, September 23rd, 1788. Dear Arno, I never thought I could be so bored in Paris. Can you imagine it? The greatest city in the world, and here I am, stuck in endless lectures from dawn to dusk. It's worse than that winter we spent in Strasbourg. Do you remember? When it snowed for a week straight, and we couldn't leave the house, and all the books in the library were in German. We convinced that cook the house was haunted by some young Frankish prince, and the poor man refused to leave his kitchen without a rosary in one hand and a Bible in the other. I miss those days. The things I'm learning from Father's friends are... well, I wish I could tell you about them. Someday, perhaps. But not now. And not like this. But still, I find myself missing those days. Missing home. Missing you. Next time Father comes to Paris, you must persuade him to bring you along. I remain always your Elise. Dear Arno, I confess I'm not entirely sure what to say here. It was good to see you again. Somehow rings hollow. An empty space unfit to contain the totality of my feelings. And yet I am pleased. Pleased that the assassins have not changed you completely. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You never were one to be easily awed. It seems we have both found ourselves at an impasse in the hunt for my father's killer. Perhaps together, we can accomplish what neither of us could alone. It's nice to think that after all this time, we're still better together than apart. Yours, Elise. Oh, Arno. What have you done? I know we didn't part on the best of terms, but to go running to the assassins? My father kept you away from them for a reason. Their creed is like wine, sweet enough at first blush, and in moderation it makes life seem more bearable. But drink too deeply, and you find naught but madness and anarchy. No doubt they've already filled your mind with tales of how dreadful we Templars are, that we would make slaves of humanity and place our boots on the world's neck. You knew my father, and you know me. I can only pray that is enough to give the lie to those tales. My order has turned against me, and I am hunted by those I once called friend. I could not bear it if you turned against me also. Think of me, and be well, Elise.
Never did convince her father to bring me to Paris.
Ah, Arno.
You summoned?
Monsieur Dorian, we have a task for you.
More fetch and carry work, I imagine.
2 master assassins are dead, one by your own hand in defense of a Templar. Count yourself lucky this is the extent of your punishment.
And Germain?
It's none of your concern. Last night, the Paris Commune declared itself an open insurrection against the king. As we speak, 20,000 armed revolutionaries are laying siege to the Tuileries. Even the National Guard are on the brink. Some of them have thrown in with the revolutionaries. France is splitting at the seams.
And this doesn't please us. The people are fighting for what is owed them. Liberté, égalité.
If we danced about on a simple scale in need of balancing, you'd be right. But the truth is more complicated. In putting Mirabeau's affairs in order, we've come across certain correspondences of a royal nature.
Mirabeau's in contact with the king.
And he was rather less discreet than he should have been. If the king's copies of these letters were made public, the Templars would be in a position to expose and purge our agents across France.
And I'm to slip in and find them first.
And quickly. The Swiss Guard are badly outnumbered. It's likely they'll be overwhelmed before nightfall.
Won't be the first palace I've broken into.
Ready? Aim! Fire! Good work. Back to your posts.
Honestly, the quality of rhetoric amongst bloodthirsty rioters these days.
I'll flip you, turtle! See? Where him at? You can't escape! That's all for a corpse!
Honestly, the quality of rhetoric amongst bloodthirsty rioters these days.
Dancing away? Why? I only want to cave your bloody head in! You, citizen! Under it, die! You're going nowhere! Your knee. Charlotte will bring it onto the wheel. Keep it busy. Cut him off. Heads up, puncher. Say yourself. Citizen, hold there. You can't go forever. Soon the funnel's.
Search everywhere. The captain wants those papers.
There's nothing here.
Keep looking. It's in here somewhere. Any sign of the tyrant?
Must have buggered off.
Bleeding coward.
Something's...
so slow! You're... Back! Stay away! Get the pillars!
You certainly don't look like a blood-crazed revolutionary. The hood is a bit sinister, though, if you don't mind my saying.
Serving as rear guard, are you? Convenient how that puts several locked doors between you and the fighting.
Oh, I'm not here at all. Not officially, anyway. But how often does one find the opportunity to poke about in a king's private study?
Looking for anything in particular?
State secrets, private correspondences, personal treasures, that sort of thing.
I do hope we're not eyeing the same prize.
Name it.
Certain letters written to the king, ripe for misunderstanding, should the wrong men find them.
I see. Well, then perhaps we can help each other. I believe the king has built a hidden vault somewhere in here. If only we could find it.
You were saying?
Very nicely done, my friend. Incredible.
Find your prize?
A cornucopia, yes. And you?
Believe so. Yes. This is it. That should take care of that.
And may I suggest we leave? Quickly.
What is that?
Our way out. Cover me, would you?
Damn you! You'll pay for that! Well done! Where did you learn to fight? No, you don't! You're mine, corpse! Where did you learn to fight?
go.
Search everything! I want those documents!
Him! Damn!
Yes, Captain Rouille has that effect on people.
Friend of yours?
A persistent thorn I haven't quite managed to pluck out.
He has information I need. I need to get back up there.
In this mess, you'll never find him again. Come with me, I have a better idea. You handled yourself well back there. I don't suppose you've ever considered military service?
I'm not much for following orders.
Ah, the bane of generals and statesmen everywhere. An individualist. I know the feeling. Men like us have a great advantage over most in the army. You see, we can think for ourselves. If you joined up today, you'd be a marshal in 10 years, guaranteed.
A generous offer, but no.
Where the heart leads, a man must follow. Look me up if you ever change your mind. Bonaparte is my name. Napoleon Bonaparte. Second Lieutenant of Artillery. For now.
Arno Dorian.
A pleasure. And as a personal favor, if anyone asks, I was never here. Watch the whole thing from a furniture shop across the carousel.
A face in the crowd. Of course. What now?
Just a moment. You may want to take cover.
Everything all right, sir?
Fine, Corporal. Superb shot. Regular drills are critical to a regiment's success.
We should be going, sir.
We part ways here.
What about Rouille?
Give me a few days. I'll see what I can learn of his current posting. Perhaps I can arrange an introduction. Be well.
Ne lui suffit donc pas.
Gives you the right. Right. That's your answer then. Tell me now. I'll cut you. Oh, no. Let's go. Hey, let's stop it here. Come here, you maggot! Get back here! I'll cave your
Tu dans la tête, toi.
se passe-t-il encore?
This morning, I was accosted by 3 men carrying some poor soul's head atop a pike. Seems they mistook my uniform for a mark of nobility and demanded I shout, "Long live the Republic," to prove my allegiance.
I suppose handing out tricolor cockades is now passé. What did you do?
I shouted, "Long live the Republic."
A man of principle.
Life is more valuable than dignity. But this is what happens when you give command of the government to half-starved lunatics and command of the army to bloodthirsty savages.
Rouille.
I wanted him assigned to some out-of-the-way garrison. But the man redefines the term friends in high places. He's untouchable.
But you know where I can find him.
Rumor about the barracks is that he and a unit of his cronies plan on marching on the Grand Châtelet this afternoon. If he were to meet with an accident, few in France would suffer. My career certainly wouldn't.
Well, practice your speech-making.
Get their weapons. Nobody try anything. Come on, boys! Find me a warden!
Run! They're killing us! Vous devez empiéter sur les... Run!
Get away! Stop them! Help us! Run!
When his skull cracks like an egg. Essaie d'éviter les coups!
is inhuman! Hands where I can see them! Monsters! No sudden movements. Sons of bitches! Silence! Keep still. Keep an eye on them, bastards! Moderate! Cut him off!
Merci, monsieur. I don't know what unit you serve with, but thank you.
You can thank me by getting to the walls and stopping these killings.
Oui, monsieur.
Mess.
What do we do with the bodies?
Oh.
Leave them there.
What are you waiting for?
La pièce 4 est marché. Mourir dans la rue. Ah non. Hold fast, men! Cut them down!
Protect the prisoners!
Death to the traitors! Beat them back!
Vive la révolution!
Steady! Into the breach! Hold that line! Kill them all! Ah! Keep them low! Right!
Right. It's easy to abuse the poor and bully the weak.
Don't feel too bad.
I'm an altogether different.
Comes to us all eventually.
What the devil's?
The nation won't mourn the likes of you, bloody animal.
How are you, Anna?
What is it this time?
Suffer! Those and cuts!
He's on the roof.
Good lad. Come on, boys. Upstairs.
Look, Warden! Your brother's here to visit. But don't you want to see him? Come now, Warden. Let's have a cheer. Vive la Révolution! What's the matter? Not a fan of liberty? Freedom bores you? Huh?
Hey, you! Wait a moment! Got you. Citizen! Hey!
Wait a minute. Strange.
You're no patriot! Go for his legs! Throw him down!
Hell was... He's just bloody skulked off, hasn't he?
If you have orders to remove us from this hall, you must also get authority to use force. For we shall yield to nothing but bayonets!
Ah, to administer is to govern. To govern is to reign. That is the essence of the problem.
Mr. Mirabeau.
Pathetic, isn't it? Surely France deserves better.
What was that? Rouille, clean up your mess, it's time.
Told you I could make him talk.
You've done well, Captain. Breathe.
The price of grain is higher than ever, Grandmaster. Our agents are in place to divert the shipments to our docks. They await only your command.
Good. Starve them. Through famine and fury, they will see their false masters for what they are, but do it gradually.
What you're asking will take at least a year, Grandmaster. If not two.
Deserves better.
Tell me.
Lâchez-le, allez! Oui, ça fait mal!
sacrifice qui a bouleversé notre temps. L'homme a inspiré la création de l'Assemblée constituante. En écho, le pamphlet de la liste. Now, you trying to leave makes me think. Je vous suis à jamais redevable. Merci.
Sortez avant qu'on se mette vraiment en colère!
What do you know about grain merchants?
Good to see you too. Most of them are very poor just now. Why?
I have a lead on Germain. He has a woman named Marie buying up grain shipments and diverting them to a private dock.
Marie Levesque?
You know her?
Levesques have been Templars since the Third Crusade. Marie was the only one who argued against Germain's exile. I'm not surprised she's thrown in.
Any idea where we might find her?
Not her, no. But what little grain makes it to Paris these days is unloaded at the Hôtel de Ville docks.
Promising. I'll start there.
Perhaps I can learn something of Madame Levesque's whereabouts.
Chase a boat. Time to chase a boat.
Faster, you dogs! Pull! 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 Watch the starboard!
Stop right there! You're trying to muscle into my domain! You horseman! Même particulièrement hideux.
Support! Oh, goddamn you!
Hey! You all really have to come over there and clear your voice.
Pull! Heave to! Tie off the bowline!
Captain! Any problems?
No, madame.
You have your orders?
Here, madame.
Good. And I'm instructed to tell you to make certain one of the bags leaks.
Yes, madame. Get to work!
Traitor, die! Dance in a wave! Why? I only want... No, patriots! Die! Come back here and fight! Christ! Come on! Come out where I can see you! Shit! Like the eyes around here. Winning! Son of a whore. Bloody concern!
J'espère qu'on a prévenu Villiers d'envoyer Jacques et ses aides.
What the hell?
Palais Luxembourg. What are you up to there?